Hey guys, this is Rainier, co-host of the True Hoops podcast. Before we start today's episode, I just want to take a second to talk to you about the Anchor app. If you're looking to start your own podcast, the Anchor app is definitely for you. It's super easy to use. You can record, edit, and upload on your computer or mobile devices. The Anchor app lets you upload your episodes to multiple platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and so much more. And want to know the best part? It's totally free. So if you want to start your own podcast, use the Anchor app. You can get started by going on anchor.fm and sign up today. Again, that's anchor.fm, available in the Apple Store and Google Play on mobile devices. And now, back to the show.
Welcome back to another episode of True Hoops Pod. Another week of basketball has come. It's today's episode is with me and John today. John, how's your week?
Good, man. Like basketball, a little slow, but it's all good.
Dude, I'm telling you, ever since we started this weekly podcast, the Nets is that I said this last week. I'm getting 2022 vibes with Kevin Durant with the Nets.
I don't know what happened, man, but we ride it out. It's gonna be fine. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's crazy because it happened the same. It's like different MCL, same month.
January is a cursed month for Nets fans, man.
I'm telling you, man. I was like, oh no, there's gonna be drama happening. We're gonna start losing all these games. Kyrie's gonna go off the rail.
That's honestly my biggest fear every single time, dude. I see Kyrie trending. I'm just like, please, God, let it just be like a highlight, not anything crazy, please.
How do you feel about it? Do you honestly, like, no bias aside, do you feel like this Nets team is much better than last year?
I think it is better than last year. Yeah. Like, if I'm trying to remove all the stuff that was not basketball related, right? Like, obviously, there's like a lot of like drama between James Harden and Kai not playing again and all of that stuff. But I think we're a better built team this year. And I think like the key pieces to that was Clax is like a center now. Like, he's coming into his own. For 2-3 seasons, we just didn't have a center at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
Ben Simmons filled a big part of our game that we were missing. We have a bona fide role player now, in my opinion, in TJ Warren. I think we were forcing that on Patty Mills' throat last season. You know what I mean? And
Right.
he just like couldn't 100% fill that. So I think we're a better constructed team, you know?
I think what gives me a little bit of hope, if things go off the rail, if we lose if we're like for the next 2 weeks, maybe like 5-9, like I feel like we won't go off the rail like when Kevin Durant comes back. I think because of Jock Vaughn. I think I trust a lot. I trust him so much that regardless of if we're going on a losing streak, I think these games are going to be more competitive too.
Yep.
With Jock Vaughn. But I also agree. I think TJ Warren is. I love TJ Warren as a pickup. It was a win-win. Like regardless if he plays bad or he doesn't reach to his potential, like he's playing really well now. Like
yeah, and that's what I mean, right? I think that's what we wanted from Patty Mills, and I think we had like glimpses of that early in the season, and then later on, obviously with injuries and stuff, he started like starting at point guard and stuff, so he kind of fell off. But
yeah,
TJ Warren fits so many different. He can play D. He's a good size. You know what I mean? Patty was kind of tough in that department, but yeah, no, I love Patty. I'm still on the fence with Ben, but we'll see.
let's talk about it because we played against the Boston Celtics. It was a very close game until like the fourth quarter. Very competitive. I'm not expecting us to. Of course, it would be nice to win. How do you feel about Ben Simmons' game though? He did have 0 points, but he racked up a lot of boards and a lot of assists. Like at halftime he had like 10 assists, right, or something like that. So Ben Simmons' stats for that Boston Celtics game was 0 points, 9 rebounds, 13 assists. And I think he's the only player that was in the plus. Do you consider that like a bad game from Ben Simmons?
Man. All right. I was talking about this with my brother. I think it's a good game, right? I think overall, I'm happy with that. I think we need a true point guard that will dish it out. He's been playing okay with the second unit being the center, right? Like that still looks like the strategy of put him in the second unit when Clax comes out with 4 shooters or something like that. I was talking about this with my brother. If you're a starter in the NBA, you can't go 0 points for the game. You just can't. You can't do that. You know what I mean? Like while I believe that he's filling his role in the best way that the Nets needed him to, because we have a lot of offensive options, right? Like you don't need him to drop 30 a night, but 8 points, like you can't go donut. I just like you're a starter in the NBA, dude. Like you just can't donut it. I don't know how to
Right.
explain it, dude. I'd almost rather see him go 50% from the free throw line, just so that at least he's putting some points up and
It's been
creating
aggressive.
being aggressive and like creating those lanes for other players because people know that Ben's gonna cut in. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everyone plays him like a center. People sit on like in the paint while he's sitting at the 3-point line. Like that drives me crazy.
I mean, like I'm not as mad as I should be because I feel like he's been out from the league for a year. Like the mental is not there yet. I don't think
Yeah.
it's not there yet, and that shit takes time. It legit takes time. But like this for right now, I think those are good, like decent stats. Like even though he scored nothing, like he did facilitate the ball really well. But when it comes to like maybe April or towards the playoffs, near the playoffs, I want him to at least be more aggressive, driving in, because there was a game in Miami. He had Kyle Lowry on him, and he didn't do anything about it. Right, but I'm not expecting like 20 points. I'm expecting maybe like 15 at least, 15, 14, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, like nothing too crazy. No, just a triple double, just not nothing
Just
hard.
like a casual triple double. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, dude, but that's what I'm talking about, right? Literally, you look at that Celtics game. He scores 10 points, we win that game. You know what I mean? Like he
Right.
scores 10, we win. But to your point, he's a matchup nightmare on both ends, right? If he has a small guard on him, he's got size on them. When he switches and he has a center on him, Ben Simmons has the speed. He has like the first step to get back into the lane. He should be burning these centers off the line, but he opts for neither. And then he does like that 10-foot floater that drives me absolutely insane. And it's
He
like
makes it sometimes.
he does make it. That's what's been making me mad. Like that's been
Like
his
the
most
hook.
consistent shot. Yeah, like the jump hook behind his fucking head. He's been making it, which is like, damn it, dude, it's going in. But I don't want him to do like cut to the lane, like attack. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't know, you're right. We'll see. We'll see come playoff time.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Like hopefully by that time of the year, he is actually backing down, being aggressive. Hopefully that last game, Boston Celtics game, he learns that he even said it. He needs to be aggressive. He needs to assert himself in the offense.
Yeah.
Do you consider him like Kevin Durant is out. He's out for the next 2-3 weeks, even a month, even and maybe a month. Do you consider Ben Simmons to be our second best player?
No, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think Claxton's our second best player, hands down. I think we need to utilize that a little bit more. Was it the Celtics game or the game before that? That I think we were in the fourth quarter and Clax had like 4 field goals. And that to me is a big problem. With how well he's been playing, I think we need to get him going a little bit more. But I think strategy wise, it was pretty clear that TJ Warren got the go ahead. You know what I mean? Of like, hey man, while KD's out, it's time for you to like find your shots and get to your spot. Yeah. And I like that because I think while he had some questionable shots in the Celtics game, I think we need to give him an opportunity to really get back into it like we have been with Ben, give him his minutes, give him his time at the hoop, so we'll see.
I mean, when Kevin Durant and Kyrie on the floor, they both can score 30, but the rest of their team will score like 5 points.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
and
It's
that's
tough.
how it is. That's how it is. But we'll see. We still got a couple more weeks without Kevin Durant. Hopefully, the team steps up. KJ Warren. I'm expecting a lot from Harris as well, Joe Harris.
He had a good game.
Um,
He had a good game.
yeah. Hopefully, good enough game where we get something back from trade.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to, too. Dude, when you sent that thing in the Discord of that dude, I said the same thing to my friends. I was like, who is this guy, dude?
It is the most funniest picture I've seen in my
I
life.
don't know why
Like,
he was
who?
so funny.
Who?
It was so funny.
Team Blouses. That's not the first thing I thought of was Dave Chappelle.
Blouses.
But yeah, Kevin without Kevin Durant, it's hard to see. But hopefully the team steps up. There's been a lot of trade rumors about the Nets being really active during the trade deadline. I personally do not want John Collins. I've been hearing about Kuzma as well. How do you? I don't feel like we need a Kuzma.
Yeah, Kuzma's the one that I've been hearing a lot about too. I don't know. Kuz is interesting because I feel like he's pretty ball heavy, right? And I don't know where that's going to fit on the team. And but at the same time, I can't deny, dude, like he's a really good player. I just fit
Really good.
wise, I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard Deadman is another player from the Miami Heat, the center. I could
Oh,
check.
really?
I heard of that too. I don't mind that. But I don't want to give up a lot. Like, to be honest, I am a fan of Cam Thomas, but if he's a good trade asset, I am down to trade Cam. I mean, I feel like he's miserable not playing. He deserves to play. Like, I want him to play, but in a league where everyone's like really big, like he's not really undersized guard. Yeah, he could score, but like during playoff time, I feel like it's hard.
Yeah. I'm actually not the biggest Cam Thomas fan.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I was for a little bit, but I don't know. You see his Twitter, it says free C. I don't know if it still says it, but it says free CT. I think that's very funny. But
Yeah.
I agree. I think actually Cam can be really good, but he's another ball heavy dude that, you know, I feel like a small market team or, an under 500 team could actually really utilize him. But I agree with you. I think he's a trade piece. Joe Harris is a trade piece. Deadman would be, in my opinion, that's awesome. Like, just like a average center. We just need someone that could go in when Clax comes out, man. That feels good to me. I do like the idea of Deadman.
Yeah. Any size, I'm good with any size, but I feel like Joe Harris and Curry are kind of like the same. They do the same thing for our team. I don't think we need both of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get someone good. Some other trade rumors throughout the NBA. I saw something with Bojan Bogdanović and Nerlens Noel, for the Lakers and Pistons. I think that would be a really good pickup for the Lakers, but they probably have to give up like some really, I don't know who they would give up. But that's another rumor for the Lakers. Another rumor is Kyle Lowry too. Kyle Lowry in the trade rumors. Saddiq Bey. He's the one that scored a random 50-point last year, right?
Yeah. Super random. And I think he was on the Nets for like a hot second before
I don't remember that.
I don't think he played, but he was included in like a trade or something, and then we dropped him. I just remember that because I remember thinking, "Oh, nice. I think Sadiq is gonna be cool," and then we released him like a week later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's also problems in Minnesota too. I think D'Lo is out of there.
I think
He's
D'Lo's out.
yeah. He's like, you better use me or like trade me or something like that.
Yeah. Do you like utilize me to my full talents or something, or you let me
Yeah.
go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It would be nice to see him in the like in Miami Heat. I've been hearing about that.
Oh, yeah. I actually did see that too. That'd be interesting. Yeah. The Heat need to do something, right? Because they've had that same squad for a while now, and that's clearly not going to get them all the way. So I don't really know what they need to do, but D'Lo would be interesting as like a pass first, maybe point guard. I feel like that's how he
He
plays in
could do that.
Minnesota. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and Lowry is not the Lowry from like Toronto. But you know, with the Miami Heat, what I don't get about the Miami Heat, they were number one a couple years ago, and then off season happens, they don't do anything, and then another off season happens, they didn't do anything. Like they're still the same team, and nothing happening. I don't get it. Like
I
everyone's
don't
getting
get it either.
better. Everyone's getting better, and then just being the same. I don't get it.
Yeah, it seems like they put a lot of faith in the core there with
Yeah,
Jimmy and Bam, and but at some point you got to be like, hey man, it's not working. Like, what are we gonna do about it? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so I'm curious to see. I feel like that it's gonna be a big off season for them. It's gonna really determine. They got to really make a decision. Like, do we keep Jimmy? Maybe is Oladipo not what we thought he was going to be and stuff like that. So they got to make some moves.
Maybe trade Bam to the Nets or something. That'd be great.
Oh God, that would be dream. I would love Bam.
Bam for Ben Simmons. I'm down.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Honestly, do it.
Have him start the 4. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That,
that's what I'm
that
talking
would
about.
be sick. Oh my gosh. Clax and Bam. Oh my gosh. Um for the last 5 games, besides yesterday the Blazers won the game, but the last previously before that game yesterday, Dame has been averaging 32 points a game, but lost all 5 of those games. But yesterday they won. Uh Thoughts about the Blazers and their direction?
I've caught some Blazers games. They're always nail biters. They're
Yeah.
entertaining. I'll say that. It always comes down to the wire with the Blazers. But dude, I think it goes back to what we were talking about last week. At some point, do you say, Dame, you got to walk if you want to make some progress in the league, man? I think they added Jeremy Grant thinking, like, we got you help, bro. It's just
Yeah.
not enough.
Man, I was like when I was posting all these things on TikTok, like about legacy versus winning now, like I today, like I want to win now. Like legacy,
Yeah,
like you serve your team for a good like solid 8 years, 9 years, and you haven't done anything. And I feel like it's okay to break up, man.
at this point, man, I think the Blazers, even the Blazers organization, if they want to progress, they need to make a decision. Do we go all in on getting Damian Lillard help, like serious help, or do we let Damian Lillard walk and we go into a true rebuild? I think it's better for both the organization and the player to say, hey, maybe we move on from this,
Yeah, I feel like there's yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I love Dame. I want him to be in a good situation, man. Like his game is so memorable. A lot of good playoff runs. I would want to see him like in a big market. Like I'm
Yeah,
the Lakers. Maybe I'm down.
that'd be cool. Anywhere, man. Like, what's cool about Damian though is that like Lillard has gone out multiple times and said, "Nah, I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna do it here," which is cool. Like that, I've always respected players that were like that, but I
But
don't know if he's gonna do it
but
there.
down the line, I feel like we're gonna forget about him because he'll be always be like the one that never won anything. Like I hate that talk. I hate that because like you hear it now from like I don't know like how good Tracy was back in the day, but he didn't win anything. You hear
Yeah,
about like I don't know some other I don't know I can't think of like a big name, but like it sucks.
Chuck.
Chuck, yeah, like I
Chuck.
I don't want that to happen to Dame because like he's such a great talent. There's a lot of memorable playoff memories, and not him being able to have a chance to win. That sucks. Sucks.
It
Like
does suck,
yeah, yeah.
especially someone of his caliber player, dude. Like they've already gone out and said he's a top 75 player all time. You know what I mean? Like
Is he a top?
questionable.
Yeah,
Questionable. But I mean,
exactly. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
strictly the list, you know what
Exactly.
I
Yep,
mean?
yep, yep.
Yeah, yeah. But it would be such a shame, dude. And again, I think there was a push this year. They added some good pieces. Who else? I think it was Gary Payton they added this year. Jeremy Grant, like I said earlier, like
That was a good
I
pickup.
think like a push here, and Anthony Simons kind of stepped up, and he was supposed to be the number 2 there, but it wasn't enough. I think they need to acknowledge that and move on. And Dame needs to really sit down this offseason and think to himself, like, hey, what do I do now? Where do I go? Do I
Yeah,
want to win? Do I want to stay loyal? What do I want my legacy to be?
yeah,
Gotta
yeah,
ask those big boy questions, man. You
exactly.
know?
Another new news around the NBA, the Dejounte Murray and the Atlantic Hawks. There's dramas in the Atlantic Hawks, man. There's off the court, on the court, problems, man. I think they need to blow up that team too, dude. Looking at the standings, it's so close. Everything is so close.
Yeah.
The West and the East. So if you lose like 2 games, you're like eighth seed.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, this Hawks team is so weird. I really thought they were gonna be like unstoppable this year. They
Yeah.
seemed like they built like such a good team.
I
Right.
wasn't a fan of the trade for the Dejounte, in my
You are
opinion.
not a fan.
Two big dominant, guards.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but I wasn't a fan of it. I wasn't a fan of it. I think they need like a wing player. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, right now they are 21 and 22 right now in the ninth spot. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at the standings, right? From the 1 seed down to the 5th seed, they all around in the same, winning category, 27. If we lose 3 games in a row, we're back to 5th seed.
Yeah. It's tragic, dude. I'm looking at it too, dude. The only jump is like after the fifth seed, it's the Knicks at 3 games back. But man, this January is gonna be so it's gonna determine the rest of the season, man. We need to pull through.
Yeah. Well,
But I don't know. I'm looking at the Hawks too. I think the biggest problem, or not biggest, one of the problems, they don't really have an identity, do they? Right? They're like a weirdly balanced team in that they have a true center, a true power forward, a true shooting guard, a true point guard. They don't really have an identity. Like, what's their thing? You know?
no, ever since like their run against like they reached the Eastern Conference Finals, like they haven't done anything ever since. So I don't know. They've been trying, but I don't see them as a crazy team. I like their young squad with Bogdanović. I like him a lot. But other than that, like him and Trae Young are I like them, but the rest I don't know, man. They need more. I don't know. I don't know what they
So
need.
I don't know what they need either, but I'm just looking at it. Like, you think about all some of the best teams, like think about the Bucks and like they're the physical ones. Same thing with the Sixers. They got physicality. You think about the Nets, and it's the identity falls on Katie and Kyrie. What are the Hawks? What's your thing? Like, who's your guy? Like,
Run
you
and
got your
gun. I don't
run
know.
and gun, but then Trey Young will also get like 14 assists a game out of nowhere. You
Yeah.
kind of shoot threes, but then you don't because you still have like Clint Capella and like,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like during the trade deadline, I feel like there'll be a lot of teams. I feel like there'll be a lot of player movement. I think there'll be a lot of trades this year. Um, which is good. I like it. I love February because that's the time when I'm on Twitter just looking at trade rumors.
Yeah,
Is the best part.
it is the best part. And, you know, I always think about like Shams and all of them and Woj and just like, man, February must be fucking hell for you guys. You know,
24/7. They don't sleep.
24/7. Yeah, you can't like you don't want to miss a
Mm,
beat, dude, because then
yeah.
Woj is gonna report it before you, Shams.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I want the Nets to win during these times, hopefully. Um, but the NBA All-Star is coming. They announced some players in the dunk contest. I want to mention KJ Martin, the son of Kenyon Martin, Shaedon
Okay.
SHarpe, and McClung, which is the first G leaguer to participate in the dunk contest. Um, how do you feel about how do you like the dunk contest has not been entertaining lately, but these three, they could dunk. They I feel like these three could make a show.
Yeah, I'm with you. I could care less for the dunk contest lately, dude. I've lost so much faith in it being any bit entertaining,
Yeah.
but I have seen enough. I think I've seen more Shaedon SHarpe highlights than I have the other two. Um, that boy can get up, you know? And
He
but
has
dude,
hops. Yeah.
after yesterday, it just makes me think like they gotta pay John Morant to beat in the dunk contest, dude. Do something, dude. Get him in, bro. Because
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
love
yeah.
to see him just like get creative with that shit, but I don't think he'll ever do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you had to pick 4 dunkers today, who would you want to participate? Yeah, John Moran for sure.
John Morant for sure. Um, hmm,
I
I
would name
don't
mine.
know.
I would name mine. I
Yeah.
would love to see Zion for sure.
Oh yeah, fair. Yep.
Zion, and I want to see Ant Edwards too. I feel he could dunk as well.
Interesting.
Uh,
Okay.
but legit I want to see a rematch with Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine.
I'd like to see Zach LaVine still. Zach LaVine can still get up, man.
Yeah,
I don't know about Aaron Gordon. I don't know. I haven't really watched too much.
bro,
Um,
he's having a season. He's having a
yeah,
good season. Yeah. Um, he's been like he's in my fantasy team, so I watch his game now. But I think this is like he's been scoring a lot more. He's been rebounding. Him and Jokic make a great duo in the front court. Um, yeah,
that's good, man.
he's been giving me promising numbers. So he's definitely been playing really well.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like in
good.
that team, I really do think that he's the second best player in that team.
How's MPJ and I've watched like no Nuggets game.
You
How's
know,
MPJ and
I feel like they're both of them are always out of the lineup, in and out, and Aaron Gordon has been like very consistent and he's
gotcha.
been playing. Yeah, that's why I consider him like the second best. Just
Interesting.
availability.
Yeah. How's Jamal Murray doing? Not terrible, but
Yeah,
not terrible.
to be honest, man, I don't see this team going far.
The Nuggets team?
I even Jokic is being a possibly 3-time MVP. Um, team wise, I'm not scared of them either. Even they're in the first seed in the West, I don't see them as a threat. That's just me though.
Yeah. You know what? I agree with you, but then I look at their record and they're leading the West. I'm just like, man, they figured something out, bro.
Yeah, they're good.
You
They're a
know,
good
they
team.
figured something out.
But it's also like that one year when the Hawks were number one, and then they were a
And no
good
one
team.
believed it. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
yeah. I feel like teams could be a really good, regular season team, but like during the playoffs, that's different when everyone knows what you're gonna do.
yeah,
The game
yeah.
plan is
And
different.
and once you get into like consecutive games, now you're downloading each other. Like who's that's where it really comes out, right? Like who's gonna actually make the adjustments to win and stuff.
Yeah. Um. So those are the news throughout the week. Um. Now this is my favorite part. I love talking about basketball, like what ifs or what could happen. LeBron James had an interview with ESPN. He was talking about who can surpass him in points. Um, and he said that the first one that comes into mind is Kevin Durant. I also put in the notes, the all-time scoring leaders. So right now, LeBron has around 38,000. Um, he's really really close to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, man. He's very close.
That's sick.
Right now Kevin Durant's at 26,684. So he's 10,000 short, but you think down how many years do you think Kevin Durant has to play?
That's the question mark, man. Even minus years, right? Like he's more injury prone than LeBron ever was, you know? So like is he doing full seasons? I don't know, you know? But I'm looking at these numbers you sent over and he's under 1,000. He's at 978 games played. LeBron's just shy of 1,400. So can he surpass LeBron? Well, I think we all agree that LeBron's going to maybe pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So
Yep.
at that point, can Kevin Durant in 600, let's say 600, 700 games, which is where LeBron's going to land. Can he get 10 to 11,000 more points? Fuck yeah, he can.
For real?
Yeah, dude. Hell
Oh
yeah,
wow.
bro. I
just,
believe, bro.
just doing the math, you have 81 games in the season. He would probably miss the way that he's been like playing in a year. Maybe he plays like 60 games,
Yeah.
right? So if he scored like 30 a game in those 60 games, I can't do math right now, but I don't think he could reach it, man.
Okay, let's see. That's like 1,800 per season.
Yeah.
And you divide 11, let's say 11,000 points because LeBron's still going.
Yeah. That's so crazy. He's still going.
We're assuming KD does 6 more seasons at averaging 30 points. That actually sounds pretty crazy, dude.
You think he could still do that in 6 years though? 30 points? I don't think so. Like I feel like we have a solid 3 or 4 years with him. Like 30 points, 28, 29 points.
Now that I've broken it down, I think I agree with you. That seems that's a
Crazy.
big mountain to climb. Yeah, that's a big mountain to climb.
And I feel like during his, I don't want to say it, but like maybe towards his end of his career, he's gonna be like the guy that sits in the corner kind of guy. I feel
100%. Yeah, 100%.
But I feel like he could be in the realm of like he has a chance to surpass Michael for sure. I think he has a chance to do that, and he has a chance to surpass Kobe. I think he'll be number 4.
You think he'd be 4th? Kobe's at 33,600. It's about the same amount of games that LeBron's played now. I think I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. I think that's attainable in 3 to 4 years, like to your point. Even then, though, dude, I'm being honest with you. 3 to 4 years is hopeful.
Right?
Yeah, it's scary to think about. I don't want to put that shit in the air, but I don't know.
Yeah. Besides, like, I feel like, especially this year or the NBA today, everyone is scoring, bro. I think one name I could see that could, do all this is Luka Doncic, scoring wise. The way that he's been playing, I feel like I feel like he's the one that can do that. Right now,
I mean,
from
Luka's unstoppable.
From 2018, his rookie year, he scored 21, then 28, 27, 28, then 30. He's averaging 34, around 34. He's only 23 years old.
Not to mention,
if he scores 30.
If he scores 30, he's still averaging 9 assists, dude, a game.
Yeah, his stat line this year is 34, 9, and 9. 50% field goal percentage right now. But that's the first person I could think of in mind that could really take a challenge into that in the next, I don't know, more years he could play. Like 10 years he'll be 33, which I that's crazy. That's crazy. In 10 years he's gonna be 33.
He's gonna be almost my age.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So you're saying you think he can make a run at the top 10 all-time scorers list?
Yeah, in today's NBA, the way that how everyone is scoring.
Yeah.
Check this out. I saw this stat. I saw this stat the other day. Today's NBA, like this year's NBA, there are 55 players in today's NBA that is averaging more than 20 points a game. 55.
Jeez.
Holy cow. The NBA record was 31. We're 55. There's 55 players today's NBA that's averaging 20 or more.
Dude, that's crazy. What do you chalk that up to? Like, what do you think is the primary contributing factor to the fact that now the whole NBA can score?
I think it's just how free everyone is. Everyone can shoot the three ball. The way that you drive in the court, if you touch him, it's a foul. Like, how do you feel how do you feel about bringing back hand checking?
I think you have to bring it back. Who was it? There's someone last year that made a comment about about all of the rules kind of discouraging defense first players. I think it was actually maybe Draymond, but I agree with that. I think there's too much now where I'm like, come on, like that's not a. Yeah, I say bring back hand checking. I think but I agree with you. I think the main contributing factor is that there's so many hybrid players now that there's you got 7-footers shooting threes and you got people that don't fit a mold anymore. Like everyone can kind of figure it out now, and that's cool. I think it's awesome. And I
Yeah,
think it's going to get better. I think people are going to
dude.
get better.
Yes, it's been skyrocketing. Like people who's been scoring like we said before, like scoring 50s easy, dude. Everyone knows how to score in the NBA. Like it's not
Yeah.
just the stars, but everyone in the NBA has a chance to score 50. In today's NBA, it's crazy, very crazy.
Yeah.
We were talking about Luka, about how great he is at age 23, averaging 34 points. Who do you think is a better player, LeBron at 23 or Luka at 23?
Such a hard dude. Of all the topics you gave me, this was the one that I was like really mulling over, dude. Because the stats are so similar between the two that it's like, all right, I don't know if I can even go off of that. That you break it down. LeBron's obviously more athletic than Luka. Luka's honestly kind of fat, but who cares? Because he's mad good. Luka's also, I'll go ahead and say he might be more skilled at this age than LeBron was.
I
Like the
agree.
classic physical versus skill. I think Luka takes that, but man, I don't know. I think I take Luka, man.
I
I think I
also
take
agree.
Luka.
I also
Yeah,
agree.
I'm just trying to think about when I watched LeBron a long time ago, and like I was always in my young years, I was like, man, all LeBron's good at doing is barreling into the lane because he's gigantic and he's a freak,
Right,
like
right.
where Luka has it all, man. Like he can lift up. I don't know if LeBron was doing what Luka's doing with a team now. You know what I mean? His effect on a team. I think LeBron individually was a freak of nature at 23, but Luka's like already a leader. He's already like able to lift a team all the way up to like a conference finals almost single-handedly, right?
Right.
So I think I take Luka.
I would take Luka too, but if you want to look at the players, like I just looked it up. That season when LeBron was 23, the Cleveland Cavaliers was 50 and 32. They were like number two. Not they were. Yeah, they're number two in the East. Their team was. Let me tell you, Larry Hughes, Igauskis, Drew Gooden, LeBron, Eric Snow, Damian Jones, Scott Portland. Who?
Who? I
Sasha.
love the big Z though. That's my boy.
Yeah, same. Verjao, Dwayne Jones, Boobie Gibson. Like, if you tell me his team is kind of like Luka's team, like who? Like LeBron and Igausis are probably like the only big names that you hear like that could like give you buckets. Um, yeah, but number two in the East right now, like Luka's number four. But in today's, I feel like every team now in today's NBA is really, really good.
That's what I'd be curious to see, right? The East for a long time had absolute garbage. You know what I mean? Getting to second in the East was like fourth in the West or something like that, But
Yeah,
yeah, I guess that's hard to deny that, LeBron was also absolutely carrying his team on his back by
yeah,
himself. I'd argue, honestly, there are pieces now, at least in Dallas, that are capable, right? Like, I think, who's the fucking center they picked up from the Rockets? What's his name?
Which
Christian Wood. Yeah, I think he's a baller. Spence is there. How's Spence doing?
Spencer's doing okay, and I don't think he's been consistent, but he's been scoring. He had a good game yesterday, I think. He did a
Oh yeah,
good game
okay.
yesterday. Uh, but if you look at the trajectory, like with the way that Luka's going in today, they go up, bro. Can he
Yeah.
get
Oh,
better?
dude.
Can he get
Yeah.
better? Or this is
Dude,
the best.
imagine, just think about him having like a Giannis glow up in terms of like body. Like, what if Luka like works out, dude, and like he gets his speed up? Then he's gonna be ridiculous. Like he'll actually be unstoppable.
Right.
Not that he's not already, but that's the possibilities are endless, dude. He's 23. We have no idea where he's gonna go. That's what's scary, man. That's what's cool.
He's 23. What? How many points was Michael Jordan scoring at age 23? Let's check. Michael Jordan, age 23. I love how everything is online, man. Okay, age 23. Michael Jordan was average. Oh shit.
He's 37. Holy shit, dude.
He was averaging 34. Uh 5 rebounds, 4 assists, roughly. At that time he was averaging 17% in the 3-point line, which is okay. They didn't shoot that many threes back in the day, but 34 a game, same as Luka.
All the more impressive that he was averaging 34 a game when, one, the 3-point line wasn't a thing. Two, obviously defensive ruling was a lot tighter back then.
Yeah, punching
So
was
that's
out of
even that was even more impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think this is my take on Luka. I think he'll definitely. We'll see how his team goes, depending on how his team goes and how many championship he wins. I think he could arguably be like top 5 player, maybe
All time.
could be. Depending
I
on
agree.
how his career goes. Like if he wins a couple championships, but we'll see. I don't think his team is good right now. They need more than Christian Wood. They need like another piece. Yeah, I don't know. I think if everything turns out well with him winning championships, top 10, maybe top 10 for sure.
I don't disagree with you. I think obviously there's a lot of variables, but with how he is right now, hard to deny that, man.
He's gonna be the best player in the NBA when LeBron is gone and KD is gone. It's gonna be Giannis. It's gonna be Giannis and Luka and Jokic
and Jokic, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I don't know. It's crazy. I saw this online. Eric Spoelstra said that if we played LeBron in any of the 5 positions, he would be the best in the league in that position. I always forget it, and it bothers me that to this day I didn't have the guts to play him in all 5 positions. Thoughts about that? Him being the top point guard, him being the top shooting guard, being the top small forward, power forward, center. How do you feel about that?
I think 2 through 4. Yeah, right. 2, 3, 4. He would dominate in those positions. I believe in him as a 1 because of what I saw from that one Lakers season when he was averaging like 15 assists a game. He like kind of changed his game. I was a believer after that. Center's really the only position that I got to think about, especially back then when he was on the Heat and there were some legitimate centers at that time. Would he be the best in the league? Questionable. Would he be successful? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the players from 2012, the best players, center-wise.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard, Andrew Bynum, Roy Hibbert, DeMarcus Cousins, Marc Gasol. Those are big names, man. Even Al Jefferson at that time was a good player too. Him being, we'll see. It's hard. I think if they played small ball during that time, like if they played small ball against the Dallas Mavericks, maybe they would have a chance. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I'm just looking at the list too. I think he's got some great matchups where he would be just fine. I think he's got some nightmare matchups where I don't think he does anything against like a Dwight or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what's tough. That's why I think it'd be successful to an extent. I disagree with like best in the NBA at that position.
Yeah. Being best at center, being best as power forward. Dude, at that time, big men were huge, man.
It
Compared
was
to
a
now.
different, yeah, it was a different game, dude. They were actually brick walls back then. You could play some pretty tough defense without getting a call. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
Wait, I have a question about do you consider Stephen Curry a point guard or shooting guard?
mm, yeah, if I'm being honest with you, I never know what the difference is nowadays. I feel like we got two guards, we got to put them at the guard position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think I consider him more a shooting guard than a point guard.
I consider him a point guard still.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
It's
I
tough. Yeah.
I feel like there's always a difference in the point guard position. Like, of course, there's like the pass first
Mhm.
traditional point guard. Now we got the scoring point guard. How come there's a difference in the point guard, but like when you come to the center, what is a true center? Like there's Jokic now. There's Bobo now. Like, what do you consider is Bobo a center? Like he's not your traditional center, but he is a center. Power forwards today, they're not like Tim Duncan, the face up. It's not like Kevin Garnett. It's now like I don't know. What is a power forward now?
It's also blurred, dude. Take away the position. Name them forwards, centers, guards, you know? But you're right.
Yeah.
Like none of it makes any sense anymore. What is a point center?
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
that's what Jokic is, but like what the does that mean? I don't
Yeah.
know.
But every time it comes to like Stephen Curry, like the debates of who is the best point guard, they're like, nah, Stephen Curry is not a point guard. He's a shooting guard because he plays different. Shut up.
Yeah.
Like
No, I don't know.
and then when you compare like when you have debates about like centers today, like you don't talk you like I don't know, there's point centers, there's traditional centers, like I don't know, man. It grinds my gears a little bit.
In terms of like that there is so much like parity in that, or
Like people don't consider like I don't know, like Stephen Curry is not a point guard because he doesn't, he doesn't
oh,
start
I
the
see what you're
offense.
saying. Yeah, because he's not like Chris Paul or something.
Exactly.
Where, yeah.
Jason Kidd.
No, I still consider him a point guard, but I can kind of understand why people would be like, "Oh yeah, he's a shooting guard. He's not a point guard." I can get that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I don't. But also, again, what the hell does any of that mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's too fluid now.
And back in the day, like in the 80s, before Magic Johnson, like the traditional whatever the fuck that is point guard, the guards back in the day, they're all scoring point guards. West, Jerry West,
Yeah.
Robinson, like everyone back in Walt Frazier, dude, scoring point guards at that time. So I don't know. I think people just try to just label out certain things for like not giving credit to Stephen Curry being one of the best guards.
That's all it is, dude. It's just Steph haters wanting to not give him something. That's all it is.
Yeah. I don't know why I brought that up. That kind of triggered me for something.
It's all good. No, it makes sense.
So Wemby right now, which team we want to see Wemby play on? The Rockets, Hornets, Spurs, Pistons are all, in the bottom right now. Which team you want to see Wemby play for?
I don't want to see him play for the Rockets, mostly because I don't think the Rockets I think they need like a veteran presence. It just feels like a lot of young boys running around, you know what I mean, kind of doing what they want. Hornets is interesting. Because in terms of like guards who kind of have tendencies to pass first and everything, I'd like to see how that works out with LaMelo. You know what I mean? I think I had to pick the Hornets, but Spurs and Pistons, I don't know. I think I'd have to pick the Hornets.
I like the Hornets too. But I don't see like LaMelo Ball staying there for all his whole career. But
No shot.
Him and Wemby would be nice. But not gonna lie, I like that. I like the Detroit Pistons. I like them a
The
lot.
Pistons, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what
Ivy. Um, I mean Saddiq Bey is there too, but like he probably could be gone. But like I like that team. I like Cade. Um, okay, I saw this online as well. What kind of player would you like to start your team with? A freakishly athlete like LeBron and Giannis, or a player with skill like KD? Who would you
I
rather
mean,
start?
I'm a skill first guy always, dude. I've always been a hater on on like physical dudes because it always just seemed unfair. Like you're gifted, bro. I mean, obviously you work out and worked hard or whatever, but like no matter what Luka Doncic will do, he will never ever be that kind of athlete. Like I don't
Yeah,
care what you say, you know.
yeah,
That's why I've always respected like skill first players and yeah, that and also I think that's a little more consistent, I want to say, you know what I mean, in terms of what you're going to get night in and night out. So I would go with a skill first player.
yeah. I would pick a skilled player like KD and Luca to start up my own team. Um, yeah, I want a KD in my team. Giannis, man, it's hard. It's hard to say Giannis is good too. Like that will do anything. The defensive like possession, he'll do anything. Get a rebound, do all the
Yeah,
dirty work. Yeah, I'd probably do KD as well, like the skillful players. It's hard to, players like Kobe, Jordan, like those are players hard to get, hard to find.
it's also like because of like when you think about the physical players, they were very successful with their teams. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't deny that that also doesn't work. But I don't know. I just like when I look at both of their games, there's like very obviously clear holes in Giannis's game, right? Like
Right.
he can't really shoot. If he gets to the free throw line, we have no idea how that's going to look night in, night out. When I look at like Luka and like KD, I think like, oh, maybe they don't have like the defensive presence that some of these physical guys do, but their flaws are way less obvious. You know what I mean? Because they're much more fluid in what they're able to do.
Right.
So yeah,
Uh, okay. So, this took me a while to find some players to do this. I want you to rank these players: Gilbert Arenas, Damian Lillard, John Morant, Darren Williams.
Gilbert Arenas,
Yeah,
Damian Lillard, Aaron Williams. What was the third one?
John
Or fourth?
Morant.
John Morant.
Who'd you got? So
An
this is just
interesting
based.
list.
This is just based on, take away like what they did, awards, just
Accolades,
strictly,
yeah.
strictly skill. Like? How do you rank these players?
I think I got Dame at 1. I think I got Gilbert Arenas at 2. God, I'm such a Darren Williams hater, dude. I'm trying to push that down, man. I'm trying my best to push that down, dude. But I'm not. It's John Morant, Darren Williams.
I also hate Darren Williams.
Can't stand Darren Williams, dude.
Dude, he was cool in New Jersey Nets, but ever since like we moved to Brooklyn, he never showed up.
Bro, I remember when we were trading for Darren Williams. I remember at the time, the question mark was who's the best point guard in the league? Chris Paul or Darren Williams? And I remember thinking to myself, when I really looked at it, Darren Williams is the best point guard in the league. I think he's better than Chris Paul. And then we got him, and I was fucking elated. And I was like, holy shit, we got the best point guard in the NBA right now. And then he absolutely sucked shit. And I was so mad, dude. And I just remember thinking, like, you got pieces, right? Like you got everything you wanted. Now you're the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he just fucking chunked it, dude. And he couldn't do anything. And I just remember thinking, like, this guy's a bust, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, his first year in New Jersey, he played really well. His first year in Brooklyn, decent. Until like we got like Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, like he never showed
Oh
up,
God,
man. Never showed
God,
up.
terrible. But like, I don't know. Maybe my expectations were too high, right? I was thinking we were getting the best
No,
guard in the league at the
I also
time, you
agree.
know?
I also agree.
Yeah. So maybe I didn't give him enough slack, but like he I don't know. I don't care. He's last on that list. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Okay, my list is Dame, Arenas, Morant, and Darren Williams. Same as yours.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Darren Williams. There was a time when you were a baller, man, but your trajectory just fucking plummeted. You also
Yeah.
see like he stopped getting paid like last year. He was
Yeah.
still getting paid, dude. It's crazy.
Now he's doing YouTube fights, man. He does boxing.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
It's
I remember that.
downhill.
Yeah, God, dude. Sorry, Darren Williams, bro. But you failed us, man. You failed us. You were supposed to
Yeah.
be the answer.
Yeah, I also at that time, if I had to pick Chris Paul or Darren Williams, at that time, Darren Williams was a bigger guard, can score a three, pass first as well, can drive. Dude, he had everything to be one of the best point guards at that time. You know?
But when I looked at it, he could do everything Chris Paul could do, but he was a better defensive player all around. So I was like, yeah, I take Darren Williams over Chris Paul any day of the week.
Yeah.
But I guess not. Like,
And not gonna lie, during that time, Joe Johnson was my favorite player. Joe
yeah.
Johnson, yeah. Wait, who is your top 5 favorite Nets players of all time?
Ooh, spicy all time.
Yep.
So full transparency, like I didn't get like really into basketball until real late. Not real late, but like I kind of had to backtrack on a lot of Nets history because of that. But my first ever favorite player, honestly, was Devin Harris. And yeah, I put him at number 1 out of maybe nostalgia's sake.
Those are rough times, by the way.
Oh, dude, Josh Boone, Trenton Hassel, Jarvis Hayes, like who the hell were these people? But Devin Harris, all-star that year.
Yeah.
Like it was sick. So I'd probably put Devin Harris at 1, just again out of pure nostalgia.
Nostalgia. Okay, I respect that.
Yeah. It's hard not to deny what Jason Kidd did for the organization and the franchise. So I do put Jason Kidd at 2.
Damn, you need to Google John's favorite Nets players.
No, I was checking one thing, but I gotta like see them again. You know what I mean? Man, you hit me with this too soon, man. I don't have time to think about this. This is a big list. You know what I mean?
First person comes up in your mind. 10. No, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Kmart.
Good
I
one.
don't know. Yeah, Kmart's up there. But again, I didn't really watch a lot of that basketball. I wasn't really watching basketball at the time, but
That was good times, man. Good
Yeah.
times.
I went back and watched a lot of it and, caught myself up, but he sticks out.
I think you need one more.
Joe Johnson for sure.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that a lot. People at that time were like, "Yo, Joe is not good. He's overpaid." Fuck you guys.
Yeah, fuck you guys, dude. He was still ball. All right, look, is there an argument that like he was better on the Hawks than he was on the Nets? He was younger. That's not fair, but he was still a baller, dude. I still loved him.
Dude, the amount of game winners he had that one year was crazy. Like he had one against the Thunder. He had one. Like he had 2 against the Bucks. Joe Johnson was definitely one of my favorite players growing up. But if my top 5 favorite players of the Nets was Jason Kidd, number 1, Vince Carter, KD has to be up there now, Kenyon Martin, and right now it's either Joe Johnson or Brook Lopez. I'm leaning towards Joe Johnson because I like that style of play.
I'm
Brook
kind of a
Lopez
Brook
there.
Lopez. Yeah, I'm kind of a Brook Lopez hater, if I'm being honest. I forgot, dude. How did I
Really?
forget Vince Carter? Vince Carter's got to be top 3 for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dumb because I did
Wait,
watch a lot of Vince.
how come we didn't like Brook?
Okay, call me traditionalist, but like some of my favorite like big men in the world in the world in the NBA was like Tim Duncan, like um even like I don't know, Dwight Howard at the time, to have an offense first center and a 7-footer that was averaging like 6 rebounds a game, just like it didn't make sense in my head. Like I was just
Yeah.
like, what the hell's going on, dude?
Yeah.
Like he's shooting and like he's scoring. That's cool, but like in my head and at the time, it was just like centers are the defense guys, centers are like the rebound guys, and he was so not that I couldn't figure. And then of course, he left and became like the best blocker in like the league, and I was like, okay, whatever, dude.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I like Brook Lopez. Like, dude, his rookie year, he almost averaged 10 rebounds too. Then ever since that, he stopped rebounding, I guess.
yeah. I don't know. He drove me crazy sometimes,
But he
but
offensively, post game,
freak,
but yeah, the best,
freak.
automatic.
Yeah.
Shooting wise, shoot it. But yeah, if he had the rebounding of his brother Robin, I think he'd be top.
And
Top.
dude, I just didn't. I like maybe I was young, but I just couldn't get. Dude, you're the tallest dude on this
Yeah.
court, man. Just get inside the paint and like be physical. But and that's maybe what I didn't. I just didn't like. I couldn't accept that a center could take a 15-foot jumper, and everyone's like cool with that. Like, just wasn't used to it.
Now he's potentially being the defensive player of the year. He's in that conversation. In that age, that's crazy.
Yeah.
At his age.
At his age, but you also have to respect him when he's at the 3. You can't play him like a traditional center. That's why I think now he's, you know what, like Brook Lopez on the Nets would be crazy.
Right
Like,
now, I would
right
love
now,
him.
the perfect fit next to Ben Simmons, dude.
Yeah.
So now Ben can play at like the 1 or 2 again, and you got Brook Lopez at the 3, but he's still a shooter, which is what Ben needs around him. Perfect fit.
Let me hear your least favorite players. Give me the top 3
Least favorite players all time?
all time.
Ooh, spicy. Let me think. Darren Williams is fucking up there because he really fucking hurt me, man. That boy hurt me, bro. They're all gonna be Nets players because I don't really hate on anyone else like that, I have to say it. I have to say Brook Lopez, dude, because he really drove me crazy in the Nets years, man. It hurts to say, but I really did not like Brook Lopez when he was on the Nets.
Oh gosh.
This is a very spicy list. I'm into it. Darren Williams.
That hurt me a little bit.
It hurts me a little bit to say because I do respect his game now, but I can't deny how I felt when he was on the Nets, dude. I
I
couldn't
agree.
deny
Okay.
it. Darren Williams, Brook Lopez. There's got to be someone I fucking can't stand, dude.
There's one player. I'm not sure if you'll get it though. I'm not sure if you feel the same way.
It's a Nets player.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not thinking of them, dude. I need a list, but
Mine for sure up there. I'm not sure if you feel the same way. I hated Mikey Moore.
okay, yeah. Oh, I feel like I've seen a clip of you talking about not liking Mikey Moore a lot.
Dude, takes a layup. I won the championship.
Yeah, he's like losing his mind, dude.
I hated that guy.
Oh, ooh, I can say not net player.
Yeah, go for it.
I hate Patrick Beverly.
Oh yeah,
but that's kind of a layup. I don't know, but
Yeah.
he drives me nuts for the same reason, right? You still see clips last year when they beat whoever they beat. I can't remember, and it looked like he won the
the trophy championship. Yeah. Yeah.
He drives me nuts.
I hate Mikey Moore. You have no idea. How about was there a player that we picked up but didn't meet your expectations?
I mean, the entire whatever season that was when we got like KG. Or actually, that's not fair because I didn't have good high expectations for that.
Yeah, I didn't have. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say this: if Ben Simmons exits the Nets
Oh.
with he has to do a lot for him not to end up on my top 3 most hated list because I didn't like Ben Simmons, period. Right? Like, I did not like him on the Sixers. He was obviously after last year, I really was like, yeah, this guy's get him out the fucking league, dude. This guy's a scrub, like, and then we got him, and now I kind of have to be like about him a little bit, you know what I mean? But he's coming real close to like, yo, if we don't actually make anything of him and then he leaves either via trade or something, he's gonna be maybe number 1 all time, bro. Like least favorite Nets players. My answer to your question is Ben Simmons right now.
Mine, I'm not even going that far yet. Mine is Marshawn Brooks.
Yeah, the next Kobe.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I remember I left school early just to meet him at Paramus Mall.
Oh, deadass? That's freaking
hilarious. But yeah, dude, like every time he played, I was like, dude, next Kobe. I'm telling you, next Kobe.
Was that a thing that everyone was saying? Because I thought he was like,
Yeah.
at first I thought he was like my friend group, and then I started hearing it more, and I was like, oh, are people actually calling him the next Kobe? Yeah, that's hilarious.
Dude, he had a legit bag, man. Like
Yeah,
Swifty could score. There's another favorite player of mine was Terrence Williams at that time. You remember Terrence Williams?
Fire. Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, hell yeah.
Every time I played him in the video game, I put him as point guard. Dude, best, did everything.
Yeah, I have a couple like low key picks. Like I loved Chris Douglas Roberts. That was
Same.
my boy, dude.
Whatever happened to him?
No idea, but that was my boy. I loved CDR. I loved like random role players like Anthony Morrow. Dude, I could drop 30 with Anthony Morrow in 2K, man. Like, this is my guy, dude. I could hit any 3 anywhere with Anthony Morrow. Yeah.
Sean Williams is another pick.
Sean Williams, yeah. Gerald Green, I liked a lot just because he was cool. Random role players. I think I liked role players more than I did the stars overall through the course of like Nets history.
Knockbar was one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Chris Stitch, best center.
Chris Stitch.
Best net center in the world.
Yeah. You know what? I was real high on Chris Humphries. I was like, yo, best power forward in the league. Best power forward in the league.
No, he showed up, man. Like double machine. Could shoot. Andre Bloch. I like Andre Bloch too.
The first point center before Jokic. I don't care what anyone says. You'd go coast to coast with it, man. I'd be like, yo, you're a center. What are you doing?
Yeah. Those are my favorites.
Yeah.
F Mikey Moore. Hated the guy.
Yeah.
So happy we traded him.
Watching. Fuck you. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
We're going back memory lane. Okay. Rank these centers. Bam, Gobert, Sabonis, Siakam, Ayton.
All right. I think Sabonis runs away with the number 1 for me. I think Sabonis is an absolute fucking baller right now. I think Siakam's actually at 2 for me. I got Sabonis, Siakam, Bam, and the last 2. They're both kind of chunking it right now. Yeah. They're both kind of really not it. But if I had to pick, I think I would take Ayton over Gobert.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm also not a fan of Ayton. I'm not a fan of Gobert.
Yeah.
My list would be Sabonis, Bam, Siakam, Gobert, Ayton. Or Ayton, Gobert. Yeah. One of those.
Yeah, that one. I mean, honestly, it just comes down to what do you want?
Yeah. Yeah, so shout out to the Kings, man, for their record right now is 23-18. Darren Fox is showing up. Sabonis is a freaking monster, bro.
Monster, man.
Monster. Yeah, Sabonis. Like he had a crazy night last night too. Against I believe the Rockets. 19, 15, 16 assists. Jesus Christ.
Dude, come on, man. Like quietly too, dude. No one's talking about fucking Domantas Sabonis, dude.
Yeah. No one's talking about. Shout out to that trade Sabonis for Halliburton. I think both teams won, They
You
got what they
rarely see
needed.
that, right? Like usually it's like
One-sided.
clearly they're going into a rebuild or something like that. That was like a net positive for both teams, man. Because
Yeah, so
Halliburton's also fucking balling over there.
one of my favorite players. Shout out to Sabonis. Spread some love to the players that we don't really talk about, man. Shout out to Sabonis. Dude's a baller. Young Jokic.
Yo,
Just
start him.
saying.
Start him in the All-Star game. You won't.
All right. So if the season ended today, um, who is the MVP?
Jokic.
Jokic.
Yeah.
I would
I
also
said
pick
Jokic.
Jokic.
Yeah.
Who would be your top? Okay, let's do this. We'll name the top 8 teams starting from 8 to 1. So we take turns. You say who's number 8 right now, and I say number 7. You say 6, and we go up the list.
Overall NBA, right? We're not
Yeah.
doing conferences.
Yeah, all NBA. Oh, let's start off with 1. Let's start off with 1. I think going best team to the 8th. I think that'll be good. It'll be easier.
Okay.
So So if the season ended today, who is the number 1 team? And this is not about playoffs. This is not the playoffs. But
Sure.
who's the best team?
Like if the season were to end today.
Yeah.
I got Celtics at 1.
Celtics at 1. 2 for me. They got the Celtics. If this, not being biased, if the if the season ended today, I'm picking the Nets.
I agree. I think it's the Nets.
All right, who you got number 3?
Number 3, I think I have. See, it's ending today. It's tough not to give it to. The Nuggets. I'm gonna give it to the Nuggets.
Go on. Number 4 for me will be the Bucks. Then, and the Bucks are a strong team.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a little off the rails here, but I think at number 5 I have the Pelicans.
No, I also agree with that. I had them as number 5.
Yeah.
All right, number 6. Yeah, we should do down the list. We're doing this really quick. I didn't expect us to go really quick. Number 6, I would say the Grizzlies. I would say the Grizzlies.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait until we get like the spicy ones where I feel like a really bad team is actually a good team. I don't know. Let's see.
Interesting. 7. I'm between 2, but I think I got to give it to the Cavs.
Cavs.
Yeah.
Number 8. So these are our top 8. Ooh, see, man,
This one's tough. I have one in mind, but I'm curious to see what you're gonna say.
the season ended today. I'm divided with 3 teams. I'm divided.
Okay. Can I guess your 3 teams?
Yeah.
Mavs.
Yeah.
Kings.
Yeah.
The Heat.
Nah.
I don't know who your third is. Those are the 2 I was in between.
The
Kings and Mavs.
Sixers.
Oh shit, we didn't say the Sixers, huh? We didn't put them on the list yet, huh?
Nah.
Yeah, spicy.
I think as of right now, I Embiid's playing in a ridiculous MVP
agreed.
level. I'll put the Sixers.
I would also take the Sixers. But do you take the Kings or the Mavs?
If I had to say better team, the Kings.
Agreed.
Okay, so you got the Kings at 10?
Yeah.
All right, 10,
if I had to take one team, look, Luka, no disrespect, bro. You're a baller. That Kings team is so fucking good, dude.
All right, so no, the number 1 team in our list will be the Mavs then.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we taken 1 to 5 for the West. East we took 1 for 5 for the East as well.
Yeah.
You want to keep going down the list? This is kind of fun.
Yeah, I'm down, dude. We did that fast. Yeah.
Yeah. 11.
So we
Easy,
had
right?
9 and 10 was Kings and Mavs, right?
Yeah.
11.
I want to see how far down the Knicks will.
Ah, dude. I mean, we might forget to put them on the list, man.
Yeah. All right, we got
11. I gotta give it to. No, I'll give it to the Heat. I'll give it to the Heat.
Heat. Okay, this is. I think this is the part where I might get a little bit spicy.
Hmm.
My number 12 team. Not gonna lie, lately I'm putting the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, honestly, very fair, man. If the season were to end today, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not bad. 13, right?
Yep.
I'll give it to the Suns.
Dude, I don't know what's going on with it.
I don't, dude. There's a couple teams I'm like, yo, why are the Bulls 19-24?
Yeah. See, I think this is the part where it gets a little bit spicy for me. I would number 4. I'll put the Pacers.
Yeah,
Pacers,
that feels right. That was 14, right?
Yep, we're up to 15.
Let's do it. Give me the Thunder.
Damn.
won their last 2 games. They got Shay's crazy, dude. Shay's a baller. Yeah, give me Thunder. Fuck it. That's probably disrespectful to the Clips and the Warriors, but
yeah. I don't even have. Yeah. For me, as of right now, okay, I'll put the T-Wolves.
yeah.
T-Wolves.
Yeah. Okay, what teams have we not said that is till top? We haven't said the Clips, the Warriors, the Bulls, the Hawks, and the Knicks.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna pick the Knicks.
The Knicks, okay. I don't give a damn, dude. But honestly, like as unbiased as possible, like they're also a team that I don't see an identity with. I think Jalen Brunson's like absolutely balling out, honestly. But that team just still does not make sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're winning. But I just don't know. You put the Wolves, right?
Yeah. I think it's obvious, right?
For next pick?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What does your heart say?
My heart says the Clippers.
They've been playing
But
ass.
I don't know who's out or in on that team anymore, dude. Is Paul George still out? Oh, Terrence Mann's at their fucking 1. That's tragic. Is it the Knicks? Is it the Knicks, dude?
I'm
You know
your
what?
pick.
Let's stop being haters. I'll put the Knicks up there.
Fuck, I was not gonna put them in.
It's hard to
All right.
deny him, dude.
Number 18. I'm gonna put the Warriors.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me the Bulls.
Bulls. 20. I'm not that high on the Clippers right now. I'll put the Hawks.
Yeah. I think that's top 10 for both, right?
Yes, sir.
Are we missing one? Because I went rogue and picked the Thunder early. Who are we missing in the top 10?
We're missing the Clips.
The Clippers. Yeah, the Clippers.
You put the Clips at 21?
Yeah, I'll put them at 21.
All right, number 22. They've been playing really well lately. Well, actually, not lately anymore. Okay, the rest of the teams are in the losing streak, so I would put the Lakers.
Okay. Give me the Blazers.
Like it. Number 24. Damn. You know what?
These teams suck.
I'll put the Wizards.
Yeah, I like that pick. Give me the Raptors.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me the Raptors.
Raptors. Okay, number 26. We're almost there. Give me the Magic.
Yep. Pistons.
Sucks with the Pistons. They lost Cade, man. Lost Cade for the year.
Yeah. But Killian Hayes has actually been playing well.
All right, last three. It's either Hornets, Spurs, Rockets. Yeah. The Hornets in a 4-game losing streak, Spurs are in a 4-game losing streak, and the Rockets are in a 9-game losing streak. I'll pick the Spurs.
I'll pick the Hornets.
Yeah, okay. And our worst team of the year, the Rockets.
The Rockets, dude. Womp womp womp.
All right, so I'm not sure if you wrote it down, but like, okay, our number one team. I'm gonna go down the list. Maybe I think our list is pretty good. Celtics, Nets, Nuggets, Bucks, Pelicans, Grizzlies, Cavs, Sixers, Kings, Mavs, the Heat, the Jazz, the Suns, Pacers, Thunder, T-Wolves, the Knicks, the Warriors, the Bulls, the Hawks, the Clips, the Lakers, the Blazers, the Wizards, the Raptors, Magic, Pistons, Spurs, Hornets, Rockets. I think our top 10 is pretty clean.
I think it's very clean, man. You know what I like, though? I like that we're pretty top heavy in the East, man. And I don't think that's a heavy bias, too. You know? I think the East is the better conference, in my opinion. That's what I was thinking about the whole time.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, man, but I really think so.
Okay, so the last thing we got to do is mid-season first team. So who is the top players right now in the NBA? I think it's 2 guards, 2 forwards, and it has to be 1 center.
2 guards, 2 forwards, 1 center. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how the first team is 2 guards, 2 forwards, centers.
Okay. Are we doing this separately?
Yeah, separately. Yeah.
Gotcha. Just write it down real quick just to make sure I got my positions covered.
If the season ended today, who would be the mid-season first team?
Yeah, I got Doncic, Giannis, Jokic, KD. I'm actually having a little trouble with who my other guard would be. If the season ended today, though, I give it to Kyrie.
Damn. Okay. No bias.
A little bias. A little bias, but
Okay.
yeah.
So for me, the season ended today. My first team would be Luka. Man, I think think it has to be Luka and Donovan Mitchell.
Mm.
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 My forwards would be Giannis. No bias aside, KD, and my center is Jokic.
Yeah, I think it's really just that second guard position that I'm not 100% on.
Yeah. Nice. Good list.
Yeah.
Hopefully I want to do like, maybe we could do like an episode just on the Nets and do a NBA draft of the Nets players.
I think that'd be really fun. Yeah, that'd be really fun.
We need to find all these Nets fans. It'll be fun.
I'm sure we got enough.
Okay, so we'll end it here. Dan, we had a pretty good power ranking list. I like it. I don't think we were too spicy today.
No,
okay.
we kept it pretty tame. I agree.
All right, so KD is out for the next 2 weeks. What do you think our record would be? Okay, let's look at who we're scheduled with.
So from what I remember, when I was looking at the rest of the January schedule, only people that we have to worry about is really, honestly, in my opinion, the Sixers. I think we can win the rest of them. We have the Celtics again, February 1st. I remember it was pretty light until then.
So for this week until next Sunday, we have the Thunder today, Spurs, Suns, Jazz, the Warriors. 5 games. Damn.
5 games.
Thunder. Do we win today?
Yes.
Yes. Spurs.
Yes.
Yes. Suns.
Yes.
Yes. Jazz.
I think we lose to the Jazz, dude.
What? Yo, they've been playing really well.
They've been playing
Jordan
well,
Clarkson has been playing well. Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, honestly, our biggest challenges are teams that we think we're supposed to beat. There's just like a complacency on the floor, and the Jazz have like the energy right now. If they keep it up in the next couple of games, I think Jazz give us a problem. We might lose that one.
So you say we're gonna lose this one?
Yeah, I say 4-1 on the week. I think we beat the Warriors. I think we beat the Thunder, Spurs, Suns, Warriors. I think we chunk it to the Jazz.
We'll go 5-0 this week.
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah.
On that note, we'll see you guys next episode will be next Monday. So hopefully the whole gang will be here. I really want to do like a really big like live event. So I think that'll be cool. Really spicy takes. It's hard to finding people's availabilities too. So hopefully we'll find an availability for everyone. I really want to dissect the top 75 and who deserves to be there and who deserves not to be there.
Well, I'll have to do a little research on that one too. That's gonna be a tough one. Yeah.
We'll do it'll be fun to do like a debate show, like on certain topics. Like if you're feeling so strongly about Brook Lopez and someone that's really,
I'm down, dude. I will stand my ground on that, bro.
Okay, so on that note, we'll see you guys next Monday. Have a great week, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.